Okay, Coach, thank you. On a cold night at the foot of the Rockies, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, Colorado. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Denver Broncos. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Here we go. Wide angle.
Mike Bobo.
Here we go, 47.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
Rush in. Swerve, hey. Here we go, 46. 44.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go, wide angle.
44, come on.
Ain't no such thing as a look. Under.
Bobo to Mike. Mike's Bobo. Squeeze, double. Deuce.
26.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. The 20. 31 yards there and a first down.
How about our reigning AFC Player of the Week, hot-footing it into the secondary on that run?
Yeah, nice long run. That's what got him the award a week ago. Maybe he's trying for 2 in a row here this week.
Here we go, 46.
Mike, 44.
26.
From the red zone now, Prescott. Now he's flushed out left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Come on, D.
Here we go, going to 53.
Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott. This pass complete to Higgins. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
Hey, kill. 47. 26.
They'll run with Lindsay. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Focus, defense, focus. Alert, flare, alert.
Go, get out there. 26.
They'll try to run with Lindsay. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
They'll try to run with Lindsay. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. They're going with Lindsey. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Philip Lindsey with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken very short.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Check. No. Me and you all day. I'm coming after you.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he's not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. Devin McCourty brings him down.
He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Check. 59. Stop your whining.
Fournette, a first down carry. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. And this one into the hands of DJ Chark. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. And it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, D. It's just me and you. It's just 47. 44. Gun.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
SOS.
Here we go, kill.
Prescott from the gun. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they got themselves a first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely, great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Prescott now. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. Now there's also a flag to go with it. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Here we go, 46.
Prescott off play action. He's got his big tight end, Fant. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Here we go. 44. Here we go. Going to 54. Going to 54. 180. Check 2. Here we go. Going to 53. 26.
A give running right, Lindsey. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. And now the throw taken in by Chark. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man of the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Now Leonard Fournette. Touchdown, Jaguars. Leonard Fournette, his second touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we would be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing, Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Shakes off the sack. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Marcel Darius flies in at 331 pounds for the sack. The Broncos send out their punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Back to the air, Haskins after the pick six. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a third interception in half number 1. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Switch. Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush. Check, rock. Bang, 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 bang.
On the run, it's Fournette. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Play action. Haskins nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. You take it right on the 30. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Check 24, check 24. Sponge,
Go, get out there. 26.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. Past the 20. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Running on first down, Eckler. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
We're going to 53. 26.
Here's a give to Lindsey running right. Oh, good move. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Broncos on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
47.
Now Prescott. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Josh Allen, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. And McManus able to put it through. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer is.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. 20, 10, touchdown, Jaguars. Leonard Fournette, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line.
Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On 2nd down, it's Lindsey, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And, Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
Here I come again.
Here I kill. 47, 26.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He'll get this to Phillip Lindsay, complete. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll throw again. Prescott escaping the pressure right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Second down 6. At the 29.
Now a give, right side. Lindsey. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
25, check 25, check 25. Watch the safety creep. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming. Double up.
They'll run. It's Lindsey.
Go, go. It's run.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Philip Lindsey, his second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
The open man is Shark. It's complete. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. They go play action here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Again, it's Fournette. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2. Remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. They'll send this away to the Rocky Mountain Knight, and it's a good one. Taking it about the 36. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Watch that. Check. Check out.
Kill. Here we go, 46. Delta. Jump. Here we go, go to 54, Lion.
Shit.
Here we go, going to 53.
Check 13. Tighten up.
Go, get out there. 26.
Here's Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Now Now Fournette. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. 3rd down, here's Haskins. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down.
47.
On play action, Prescott. Open man is Higgins. And all the way down to the 29. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 47 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Got an open man. It's Fumagalli. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver 1st.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots on the field they naturally get to, and you find that open space, and then you're in sync with your quarterback. He should be...
Yeah, this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. Cortland Sutton, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Switch. He's checking. Crash.
They'll run with Fournette. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
Here we go on 4th down, Haskins. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take the...
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Josh Allen in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. Another try after the 1st down sack. Prescott, Josh Allen in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001.
Check 99.
3rd and long for Prescott. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. Welcome back now to Denver. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They begin with a run by Fournette. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. A Jacksonville 1st down on a pickup of 17. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Haskins now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
That one complete. He finds Shark. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. A quick throw complete to Chark. And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark, touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Jaguars get a score closer. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Check 52. Alert 3, alert 3.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46. Gun. 26.
To throw is Prescott, and he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 4.
You got tight right there. Mike Fofo. Man out. 44 is the Mike.
Prescott from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The former All-Pro Marcell Dareus able to record his 5th sack of the season. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. That's taken on the 25. Oh, and he's taken down here by his face mask by the looks of it. And a penalty flag is going to give a much better starting position. So after the face mask, they get to start all the way up past the 35 now. Now Haskins on 1st down. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Prescott to throw it. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Marcell Dareus in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it.
He's got a man complete. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Draymond Jones. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. The throw over the middle taken in. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
The open man is Smith. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 23 yards on the play. On play action, Haskins. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. On 2nd and 10, Haskins. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Denver offense at the line ready to go. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. They were looking good on second down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. Throwing here, Prescott. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
47. 26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the first.